This will be my first time that I deliver a speech in Chinese.
Yes, this morning I woke up early. I've been up since 4 o'clock.
很高兴这次来到中国，这是我第一次参加练博会，这里的规模非常大，气氛也很热烈。I'm going to do the rest of my speech in English now.
Because if I did the whole thing in Chinese, it would have taken half an hour. It would take too long. And I was so nervous. 太紧张了。Yeah, 我的中文在美国学的，是随便学的，自己学。China operates one of the world's largest supply chains. Scale, complexity, diversity, the type of products that are manufactured, the technologies that are included, the number of companies that participate in building out the China supply chain is unquestionably one of the world's great miracles. China also builds equipment and control systems and components for the rest of the world's supply chain. And so not only does China operate one, it creates technology and products to operate other people's supply chains. And because the world's supply chains are becoming more diversified and, if you will, more redundant, it creates an enormous opportunity for China actually to export your supply chain manufacturing technology all over the world as supply chains are being and manufacturing lines are being created around the world. But it won't change the fact that no matter what happens, there's no reasonable destination where the world's supply chains are somehow completely disconnected. It is simply too complicated, and it will always be connected. You also want that connection. And the reason for that is, this is the beautiful thing about a supply chain. There is no way at this point with so much complexity and so many different industries to imagine a world where the supply chain isn't interconnected and interdependent. So that interdependency is a necessary condition. It's a good condition. It gives us resilience. And although we don't manufacture much in China, we have many customers and partners and technology partners that we serve in China's supply chain. The world supply chain is very, very large, and it's interconnected. And NVIDIA, on the one hand, benefits from the supply chain, a very sophisticated, very advanced, very technical supply chain. And our supply chain is global as well. And we have manufacturing partners all over the world. We have, in order to build our AI supercomputers, we have technology partners from 100 to 200 different technology partners contribute to our products. The invention of the word supply chain came from the idea that many companies contribute to the creation of your product.
Yeah.
Instead of thinking about manufacturing, which is you build everything yourself, you're vertically integrated in every way, you use a supply chain to integrate the capabilities, the specialized capabilities of many companies, many countries around the world. As a result, the end product is better than anything you can possibly do yourself. America's. It won't manufacture everything by itself, and it's not sensible to manufacturing everything by itself, and nor is it necessary to. So this wisdom, this incredible genius of the creation of what is called the supply chain really came out of my generation. Before it was called manufacturing. Now it's called supply chain management. And manufacturing is still a big part of it, but supply chain integration is very complex, and it's one of humanity's great inventions. I feel very welcome when I'm here, and I genuinely believe our customers and partners here really welcome us and value us. You know, today the requirement for more agility, more speed, more automation, those elements are essential to a world that is becoming more volatile, more dynamic. And so, in fact, it's a great opportunity for people who build technologies and who are experts at supply chains NVIDIA's, one of our great expertise is a really agile supply chain. No matter the change in supply, change in demand, change in supplier disruptions, whatever it is, because the products that we build are so complicated, if we have 1.5 million components inside our AI supercomputer, then if one component is missing or failing or short of supply, then the entire system cannot be built.
Yes.
And so we have to be rather agile in being able to adapt to changing conditions of everything. And so having agility in your supply chain and having technology that enables agility is really vital. This is a great opportunity for China. Now, the fact of the matter is, I have every confidence that although disruptions are unwelcome, it could be a weather disruption, it could be a geopolitical disruption, it could be supplier quality disruption. None of the disruptions are welcome. The supply chain was designed for agility. You know, the supply chain has a lot of redundancy built into it. And that is one of the great wisdoms of the supply chain architecture of today. And so today's dynamic environment is going to rely on the expertise of China's supply chain expertise more than ever. There is no way to stop the pace of domestic innovation. Of course, I believe that NVIDIA can make a great contribution. AI is a very complicated stack. It's a very complicated stack of cake. Underneath are chips, then there are systems, networking technology, AI infrastructure software, AI algorithm, and then the applications and services on top. That entire stack is extraordinarily complex. On the one hand, it requires all of the innovation across that stack to advanced AI. But if each layer is not moving as fast, the engineers are so smart to innovate at the layer above or below to make up for. And the entire stack moves forward. And that's one of the reasons why you have to admire the incredible innovation of a company called DeepSeek. Their model, called R1, is genuinely innovative. It re-architected many of the ways that the AI models operate so that it can take advantage of the H20 architecture. And so that's a very innovative thing. As a result, they achieved world-class results, even though they were built on H20s. And so researchers and developers, they could adjust to each one of the layers. I have a lot of optimism and confidence in the innovation capabilities of China to adapt to whatever resources they have. Now, remember, H20, although it isn't the most advanced that NVIDIA provides, is still extraordinary in terms of capability. You know, it is the architecture that defined, that created, if you will, the AI revolution. And so today, it's still extraordinarily good.
The electric vehicles in China are incredible. Would you guys all agree? I think I saw Lei Jun the other day. I saw Lei Jun the other day, and he showed me his new car. The technology is incredible. And will you buy it? I would love to. It's unfortunately not available in the United States, but that's our misfortune, not yours. I would say that the electric vehicles in China are probably, in the last 5 years, the most surprising to the world in terms of the advancement.
Those things are hard to say, but one of the things I would say, if not for constraints and challenges, innovation and new invention usually do not emerge. The DeepSeek R1, the Alibaba Qwen, Moonshot Kimi, these architectures are truly innovative. And oftentimes it comes from a constrained environment. Where there's pressure, great ideas come out. Now, of course, the goal in life is not to have pressure. Nobody welcomes pressure. But when the pressure is there, and yet their dreams and hopes and desire to innovate is vibrant, they will create something new. And we saw that in the last several years, the last couple of years. China AI researchers developed some groundbreaking work that is very different from the rest of the world. So I'm incredibly impressed. China is not one of many markets. China is a singular, unique market. The dynamics of this market, the innovation, the dynamism, the pace of this market, this industry is simply singular. We've been here for 30 years. I came to China long before most of the high-tech companies were here even. At the time, the only technology company was Legend and Great Wall and many friends of mine that have grown up in the PC industry together. I'll highlight some of my great friends here. Alibaba, Meituan, Tencent, Baidu, Xiaomi, BYD.
This time when you're in Beijing, you met with Lei Jun.
We've been cooperating for a long time, since the beginning of Xiaomi. And we used to build phones together. Today, we're working on AI together, of course, and the software for autonomous vehicles. And there's a whole bunch of things that we're working on together. Mm-hmm. This market is both dynamic, insanely innovative, with brilliant engineers. It has one of the world's largest population of computer scientists. The only other population this large is in the United States. And the population of end consumers is extremely large. This is not a normal market. This is a very unique market. As a technology provider, we need customers. All providers need customers. And this marketplace is very unique. You can't be complacent about that. And the unintended consequences, the long-term consequences of not participating in the China market, is unknown. But I doubt that it's positive. This is an extraordinary time because this is the beginning of a brand new technology revolution, probably the greatest technology revolution of all time. The automated production of intelligence, artificial intelligence. And it is very clear now it is going to create very large industries. And this is an extraordinarily important technology with such an incredible opportunity. Computer science is a fairly new science. Physical sciences, chemical sciences, chemistry, physics, biology, quantum. There's a whole lot of different fields of sciences that are quite long. Maybe they're 300 years old, maybe they're 200 years old, they're 100 years old. But computer science is fairly new. Computer science is my generation. And it wasn't until my generation that the concept of writing software was even considered a science. Before us, the last 60 years was really dictated by general purpose computing and the concept called Moore's Law. This fundamental fabric of computer architecture has really defined the algorithms that ended up on top. NVIDIA is quite unique in the architecture that we created, and the architecture reshaped all the algorithms that sat on top of our computer. And that reshaping resulted in different capabilities, different methodologies, a whole bunch of different things. Computing is the single most important instrument, impactful instrument of society, every society. And we've now reinvented it and created a whole new industry called artificial intelligence. And artificial intelligence, or intelligence, is not a niche capability for a specialized product. It is foundational to every society, every industry, every company, every product. Intelligence, or artificial intelligence, is going to be an infrastructure fundamental to every country and society, as fundamental as electricity, as internet is today. It is going to be much bigger than the last time a technology of this impact has been invented. Give me one example of another time and another technology that is top of mind of every national leader everywhere in the world, every technology leader, every company leader, practically every human. I don't remember ever anything like it. This is extraordinary. There's no way to think about it as extraordinary impact already. And we have to recognize our place in the world today and not be complacent, to respect the opportunity, to be grateful of the opportunity and do our best in service of that opportunity.
What is this new world is?
Enjoy a capability that used to be quite arduous for us. This is no different than all of a sudden we can all run faster than any human can run. All of us can run 60, 70, 80 miles per hour. All of us can fly now. No humans could fly before. In no time in history has there been a technology that could lift everyone. Maybe you didn't have a college degree at all. Maybe you only received a high school degree. Maybe you know nothing about a new field of applications that you would like to learn about, maybe digital biology in my case. Maybe you're not a very good artist, but you would like to be able to express your ideas. Maybe you don't know, you're not an excellent writer, but you would love to be able to tell stories. All of a sudden, because of AI, all of our capabilities are boosted simultaneously. It is the greatest equalizer ever. And so for people who have found that technology had not served them in the past, because technology was hard to use. Today's technology with artificial intelligence is accessible and it's easy to use. And so I hope that everybody engages AI and we take the opportunity to lift everyone. If we're not here, the local market will be served. And there are innovative companies. Huawei, of course, is not only innovative, this is a company with extraordinary scale and might. Huawei is a much bigger company than we are in scale, human scale and technical capability. They're broad and deep. Anyone ever examines a Huawei phone, they'll understand the miracle of the technology that has been assembled. If you ever looked at a Huawei, now they're incredibly good at autonomous vehicles. Their AI technology is quite extraordinary. So this is a company that with great chip design capabilities, system design, system software. But if we're not here, this market will be served by Chinese innovators, chip companies, Huawei, of course, and many cloud service providers who will build their own chips. And so I think the market, China's AI market, will advance with or without NVIDIA. If we're not here, Huawei will find a way. That's my confidence in human innovation. If there's a will, there's a way. There's every reason to respect and admire Huawei's achievements. This is an extraordinary technology company. And whatever they decide to dedicate themselves to and put their mind to, they will surely do well. First of all, the company philosophy and culture and what they've overcome in setbacks, what they've achieved and built, there's nothing you can possibly say aside from extraordinary. And they should be admired for their achievements. The company still remain intensely competitive. They are our competitors, but you could still have admiration and respect and have great relationships with people you compete with. We're competitors, not enemies. But the world is large, and I hope we'll have an opportunity to compete for many years to come. But my feelings toward them are that admiration and respect and competitive. I think the big idea here is that there are companies that compete, there are nations that compete, and all of that coexists at the same time.
AI can understand information and generate information. The wave that we're in right now is incredible, and it's called reasoning. And the reason why reasoning is so effective, so powerful, is that the AI can understand and solve problems that it has never seen before, just like humans. The next wave is called physical AI.
We see, there's self-driving cars all over China, and autonomous vehicles advances are happening faster here than just about anywhere. XPeng has it, Li Auto has it, NIO has it, Xiaomi has it, BYD has it. And so the capabilities of fusing artificial intelligence and software and mechanical systems is a very natural capability of China's. And so this is an extraordinary opportunity for China, actually. Many of my Chinese employees have been with us for over 2 decades. We have offices in Beijing, Shanghai, Shenzhen, Hong Kong. And I love coming every year to help them celebrate Chinese New Year. NVIDIA is growing. They're extraordinary talent here. And we also still have, we have great partners here and great customers here that I hope to serve. And so I'm optimistic about our opportunities here in China. I'm optimistic that our two countries will find a way of competing and cooperating in a way that enables American companies like myself to continue to be able to prosper in and serve in this market. And so I'm optimistic about those things. And my Chinese employees have contributed greatly to the creation of one of the world's great companies. And I'm very proud of them. Our job, singular, to do our job to do the things we can control, which is to advance the technology the best we can, to cultivate and serve ecosystems of developers and researchers all around the world, to be able to serve markets that we're allowed to serve, complying with regulations and laws of every country. And there are many laws and many regulations in so many different countries, and we just have to comply with them all. And I believe that there's, at the center of that, there is still the possibility of building an extraordinarily great company that is in service of what an extraordinary time, in service of what is an extraordinary technology, and in service of countries and industries and companies all around the world. I love competition. The generation of CEO before me, they were battle-hardened. They described competition and building companies like war. I don't. We're not.
Why you don't?
Because we're not in war. Because we're competing. And as it turns out, you need competition to create your market. You need competition to create a future for both. There are no great markets where there are no competition. And so by definition, if you want markets, if you want prosperity, you want growth, competition goes along with it. And so I'm of a core value, belief, that it is possible to be in service of the market and the industry and to help everyone grow. And as a result, you grow as a benefit. And I respect my competitors, and I've got no trouble enjoying their company. NVIDIA competes with many companies in the world. In a lot of ways, most of my customers compete with me. And we have no trouble cooperating with them still. And so I think it's in this world today where everything is so interdependent and we rely on each other. I rely on my competitors for many things. For example, I buy a lot of Intel CPUs, and I use cloud services from companies who build chips to compete with me. And so I think in a lot of ways we're so interdependent. It is really prudent to allow for spaces to compete and to recognize that there are places we're simply going to compete, and we compete with great spirit. And then there are areas where we will cooperate, lots and lots of areas where we will cooperate and look for ways to enjoy each other's cooperation, respect each other's competition, and always keep looking for more cooperation. The future is unknown to everybody, and it's an opportunity for everyone. And so I wake up every morning as early as I can to keep working for the future and take nothing for granted. I don't know. I always feel like we're going out of business. Maybe it's because when I founded NVIDIA, we're literally going out of business all the time. And I'm a rare founder that has been at the company at the very beginning and still here today. I don't think a founder has ever seen their company go from zero to $1 trillion before. And so I've had the benefit of keeping all of those feelings with me. All of the early days feelings have never left me. And I take nothing for granted. And I'm never complacent. I'm always staying alert. I always think that just as we've done something great, somebody else could do something great. And I can't help but wanting NVIDIA to do more. And I can't help but believing that we can do so much more. I still feel like I'm going out of business every day. And that will never leave my system, and I hope it doesn't. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to try to get to the future first. But if somebody else does, so be it. I'll try to catch up. Most of the time, being CEO is not that fun, to be honest. You're under pressure all the time. I've been under pressure for 33 years, every single day, every single minute. And I felt the burden of our company and our customers and our market every single second of 33 years. It has never left me, not even for one moment. So that's not always fun. It's fun to see the achievements of our company and my employees, and it's fun to see the achievements of my partners and customers. It was fun to see Lei Jun's new car and that he built it, and what an amazing achievement it was in such a short time. It's fun for me when, as you know, Sam came up with ChatGPT 01 and now 03. It's fun for me to see Sundar and his team, Demis and Amin, come up with Gemini Pro. It's fun for me to see Elon coming up with Grok and his latest version, Grok 4. You know, it's fun for me. I enjoy that. I enjoy seeing that I was somehow, you know, slightly involved and that I was able to make a contribution. I love seeing other people succeed and do things and that I'm somehow involved in it. But otherwise, being CEO is high pressure, hard work every single day. I should do it because I think I'm the best person for the job.